Former President Trump's political good luck ended yesterday. He had the best 3.5 weeks of his political life, and now his pick for vice president is not happy.
Is it a coup against Joe Biden?
It's sort of, yeah.
I think it is. I mean, look, there's a constitutional process, the 25th Amendment. If Joe Biden can't run for president, he can't serve as president. And if they want to take him down because he's mentally incapable of serving, invoke the 25th Amendment. You don't get to sort of do this in the most politically beneficial way for Democrats. If it's an actual problem, they should take care of it in the appropriate way.
All right, Corey Lewandowski is with us. He ran Trump's 2016 presidential campaign. Good to see you, my friend. I can't figure this out. Republicans really want to run against President Kamala Harris, the first woman president in history?
Look, Leland, the reason we don't want to do that, very honestly, is think of all the rebranding we've got to do. Everything is Trump 45, 47. What are we going to go, Trump 45, 48? I mean, look, I'm kidding, obviously, right? But look, the reality is, Joe Biden is going to finish out this term. We know he's going to finish out his term. And, you know, anybody who thinks that there's a value add of having Kamala Harris step into this role and assume the presidency and then have the opportunity to meet with world leaders and have that amazing seal in front of her of everywhere she goes, you know, is making a tragic mistake, in my opinion. Look, I think it's great to run against her as she's the vice president because she owns all of the problems of the Biden administration. She can't run away from that, but she doesn't get any of the credit if there was any success to be had.
Look, I said it at the top of the show, the things that haven't changed. Grocery prices. They were the same today that they were on Friday. Crime problems in American cities, same today as they were before. The effects of the border crisis, same as they were before. I can go down the list. Okay, and I thought it was interesting that one of the biggest applause lines at the RNC during President Trump's acceptance speech before people got bored and started looking at Twitter was, I'm going to end the EV mandate, which is this proxy for all of the other things. Why are J.D. Vance and Donald Trump not out there today only and solely talking about this rather than complaining about what the Democrats are doing?
Well, I think they feel that they kind of got a sham deal in this, in the sense of Joe Biden was in this race. Donald Trump has spent tens, if not hundreds of millions of dollars running against him.
Oh, come on, Corey. You can't sit around for day in and day out and say over and over and over again, Joe Biden is, you know, drooling and can't be president, and then complain when Democrats replace him. Please.
Well, look, we kind of knew this was coming. Anybody who watched that debate, you know, 3 weeks ago knew that this guy was not going to make it through another 4 years. And look, what we've seen now, Leland, it seems to be that Kamala Harris has all but wrapped up this nomination for the Democratic Party.
No,
now, look,
you're up in New Hampshire. You're up in New Hampshire, okay, where everybody, you know, is nice and doesn't watch TV. I'm in D.C. It's wrapped up for Kamala Harris. This thing's over. Okay, it's done.
The only big question, really, is who does she pick for vice president? And look, I know the convention's still 3 weeks to a month away for the Democrats, but she's got a very serious decision to make because there is some portion of the electorate that has been familiar with Kamala Harris that doesn't want her to be our next leader because of the failures on the border, and they are concerned, and rightfully so, that if what she did on the border, she extrapolates to the rest of this country, we're going to be in big trouble. So her vice president pick is going to be much more important than anything else that she does in the next 60 days.
Yeah, I hear that. I definitely hear that. Last question for you, and I'll give you 30 seconds. How does Donald Trump and J.D. Vance now turn the conversation back towards them in a positive way?
I think they've got a couple opportunities here. Look, we're all new to this. Biden's been out of the race for about, whatever it is, 28 hours or 30 hours now. He obviously sucked up all the oxygen. There's still a couple big shoes to drop. Donald Trump still has to name his transitions team. By law, that will be coming very soon, and it will give people an opportunity to see who's going to potentially be leading or helping to lead the next administration should he be successful, which I think he will. More than that, we're going to see the rollout of those surrogates, those high-profile.
Let me give you a flip side. I'm going to give you real quick. A big time Democrat tossed me this. If Kamala Harris all of a sudden said, I'm going to name Mitt Romney my Secretary of State, is that game over? Something like that?
Look, I don't think so because, listen, it doesn't look, people are going to vote for the top of the ticket, maybe for number two. Look, maybe Mitt Romney joins the administration, but nobody's voting for Mitt Romney because of it. And for the same reason, I would tell Donald Trump not to announce his entire cabinet. Let everybody who wants to potentially be part of it go out and prove that they want to work hard for you because it doesn't matter if you don't win.
All right, Corey, I could talk all night to you. I'm told we have to go, though, but I appreciate it. We'll see you when you're through D.C., all right?
Thank you very much.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.